I'd like to pose a question for you. Why are the intelligent scientists, who are all in a consensus, concerned about the recent rise in temperature, as illustrated here, but they're not concerned about this rise in temperature or this rise in temperature? I believe the answer is the few honest scientists have been locked in a closet with their hands bound with rope and their mouths wrapped in duct tape, because nobody could look at this chart. This is Al Gore's Vostok chart. I'm going to give you a link to the data points. You can plot your own chart, and you probably do a better job than what I did. It shows there have been wild swings in temperature in the past 1,000 years, much more pronounced than what we are seeing today. Yet these lying scumheads from the Hadley Center, the so-called Met Office, are wanting to spend billions of dollars studying man-made climate change, saying that the polar bears are dying, the coral reefs are dying, the mosquitoes are taking over, the ice caps are melting. By the way, if you Google Arctic ice today in the summer, fall of 2013, today, it's nowhere what they predicted it would be. It's actually growing. These people at the Hadley Center, the environmentalist extremists, are not stupid. They knew from day one this was a hoax. They knew they were committing a sham. They knew it. They wondered how long they could keep it up. They have a lot of practice committing these hoaxes, perpetrating scams, because their motive is to thwart and loot and pillage prosperous capitalist countries. Notice the overreaction to the oil spill in the Gulf of Mexico. I have a confession to make. I live in South Mississippi. It had no effect on us at all. I noticed the phony cleanup crews often bust in from somewhere who had been trained to mitigate hazardous waste. These people sat in tents being paid by someone day after day until they were given the signal to go out and get on the beaches with their hazardous waste suits on, their hazmat suits, and pretend to clean up the beach. It so happened that the TV cameras would be there. I wonder if that's a coincidence. So the world saw these hazmat mitigators busily cleaning up BP's oil spill. The only damage done to us is that Obama said you could not eat the seafood. And poor old kitty cat here had to eat shrimp imported from Japan. So only my cat suffered, and I believe we're going to, if my cat can find a lawyer, we're going to sue BP. No, we really ought to sue Obama, because it was Obama who declared the seafood unsafe. Can't you see this is a colossal scam? It's a colossal scam. It's blatant, in your face, undeniable. Take a look at a photograph of the ice caps. They have melted in the past. They recently began to recede. Yes, they were dripping. Yes, the ice caps were falling off. The icebergs were falling into the ocean, as they've done countless times before. It's all a sham. Vostok data point 8, what does that mean? Well, here it is. Here's your list of Al Gore's data points. It actually begins at number 8, which is 149 years. If you look into the lower left-hand corner of the Had Crud chart and stretch it out a little bit, there is Al Gore's data point 8, showing that everything on this chart is confined here on this chart. Here's the alarming temperature increase we've experienced. This chart here is my graph of Al Gore's data points, which he knew all this time. All these guys knew all these data points. They knew that there was such a thing as a little ice age. They knew all this. This is obviously a scam. By the way, right there on the right is Hansen's hockey stick. There's Hansen's hockey stick. Medieval warm period. These are Al Gore's data points. The Vikings attempt to settle Greenland and then leave because it gets too cold. You see I've combined two charts. Al Gore's chart with the Had Crud chart. There is data point number 8, and that represents the year 1840, just before the American Civil War.